It's been 1 week since Hurricane Gloria ripped through this neighborhood in Patchogue. As you can see from the fallen tree limbs and the electric wires, it'll be some time before people return to a normal lifestyle.
For our first segment, let's turn back the clocks 1 week with this special report from John D'Alessandro.
Weather forecasters had warned for days that Hurricane Gloria would hit the metropolitan area and that Long Island, especially Suffolk County, would probably be hit the hardest. As it turned out, they were very much on target. The storm traveled through Long Island at about 30 miles an hour, with winds in some spots exceeding 100 miles per hour. Gloria began to unleash her fury over Long Island just before 9 o'clock Friday morning, and it wasn't until after 3 that the mighty storm left the island shores for New England.
But Hurricane Gloria left her mark, taking 3 lives, leaving over 700,000 homes without electricity and causing millions of dollars in property damage. Long Islanders will undoubtedly feel the effects of Hurricane Gloria for several months, perhaps years to come.
Here, workers board up a ShopRite supermarket in Bohemia, one of the many buildings where windows were blown out and rooftops blown off at the height of the storm's 100-mile-per-hour winds. Estimates of property damage for the metropolitan area are very high. According to the American Red Cross, 1,151 homes were damaged, including 48 homes destroyed on Fire Island. When the final figure is in, it could be as high as $100 million. Meanwhile, the federal government says that it will help victims of Hurricane Gloria, but most aid for individuals and businesses will be in the form of low-interest loans and not outright grants. Besides financial losses, hundreds of thousands of homes lost electricity.
On Monday, Governor Mario Cuomo named a 6-member task force to study how public agencies responded to Hurricane Gloria and to assess in particular how the Long Island Lighting Company responded to the storm and dealt with power outages. I'm John D'Alessandro, News 55.
We'll tell you more about the governor's special task force later on in the program.
You know, Lois, a lot of people braved the storm out in their homes, but for others, they had to seek shelter. And Jamie Schiffman visited one of those shelters.
Everything proceeded in an orderly fashion. When they arrived, they signed in. If they had medical problems or were on medication, they were sent to either a primary or secondary care unit. Primary care provided for active cardiac patients, Alzheimer's disease, and senior citizens. The secondary care unit was for less serious ailments. A pregnant woman having pains was transferred from one of the evacuation centers to the nearest hospital. Bill Bertoni of the American Red Cross was in charge of this center at the Comac Road Elementary School in Islip.
People are being terrific. They're pitching in, real community effort.
Just to be safe, the Red Cross brought in medical equipment including IVs, syringes, medications, and a portable EKG unit for cardiac patients. Red Cross volunteers, nurses, and doctors were on hand to administer care, but most people came to the shelters well equipped, with many of the comforts of home. Many of the people who left their homes had no choice.
There's 2 trees very close to the house, and we were afraid they were going to fall in the house.
We were keeping a watchful eye on the news reports, and as it appeared that the storm was approaching the Long Island area, it became obvious to me that it was too dangerous to remain anywhere near the water.
Police officers were on hand to keep law and order at the centers.
Everything is going good. There seems to be about 600 people here. We got a doctor. Everything is pretty well in order here. We got the Red Cross, and they got it all set up pretty good.
While people waited out the storm, they watched television, ate snacks provided by the center, listened to the radio, read a favorite book, and many engaged in the somewhat lost art of conversation. And others prayed. While the storm ravaged through neighborhoods, destroying people's homes and property, in the shelters, communities band together and helped each other get through the ordeal. For News 55, this is Jamie Schiffman.
The storm passed over Long Island shortly after 3 o'clock. Then people in those shelters went home to see what Gloria had left them.
Next, Long Islanders clean up after Gloria. Stay with us.